October 2nd, 2017 to order. First, we have the reading and approving of the minutes. Do I have a motion to approve the previous meeting minutes?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 The motion passes. Next, we have the payment of claims. First, we'll have the regular city claims, and that was, okay, you've got those,
It's
Kristen.
just over 200,000, pretty light this time.
Yeah. Trying to think, I don't think I saw anything in there that I had a question about.
Anything that you want to bring to the attention of?
Just keeping the lights on.
Okay.
Let me check the questions, Steve. Any questions or comment from the public? Okay, do I have a motion to accept the payment of the city claims?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, and the motion passes. Next, we have the blight claims. This is for the blight elimination grant that we've got. Looks like the total requested amount is $37,000.
32, I believe it's 32 was to Merritt's for demolition, and then the other was for the landfill.
You've got landfill costs of $1,739 and Merritt and Son for $35,270.
There you go.
Or 260, I mean. So,
We take that one, maybe we-
I got a chance to look through those briefly. I don't have any questions on those. Don't know if you guys had a chance. You got a chance to look at
Yeah, I
it?
looked at them.
I want to clarify, Dustin just brought something up. He said I thought that they were responsible for the dumping. They are, the check, the $1,000 check, we take that out of the money that we would be paying them. We just go ahead and pay the landfill fee for them.
That wasn't
Gotcha.
because the city got a better deal than what they did, so
Right.
that's how it worked.
Right.
Gotcha. All right, is there any questions from the board?
Just checking.
Okay. Is there any questions from the public? Okay. Is there anything you'd like to ask about? Okay.
Or just as an aside, are we taking any before, during, and after pictures?
Yes, actually, per the grants requirements, we take before pictures and we take pictures after it's down. There's different stages that they have to all submit those to the state for the state to actually release the funds.
Okay.
So, and I don't know, Jerry, if you have any more details on all the different stages of documentation that's turned in. I know that there's a before picture. I know there's a final picture. I believe there's one before they do the backfill too.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So they have multiple steps of documentation they have to send in. So,
I could tell you all that, but we'd be here till midnight, Mayor.
yeah, it is quite a bit of red tape. So, I think it's the big one. The big ones though is before the fill,
Sure.
and then after it's been seeded and straw put down and all that. So, is there any other questions from the board? Any questions from the public on the blight elimination? All right, do I have a motion to accept the blight elimination claims?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, the motion passes. Next, we have city attorney report.
I really don't have anything other than, I can talk about the resolution when we get to that point.
Okay.
Nothing.
Gotcha. Next, have Mayor discussing fire chief contract. I did talk to Chief earlier today, and we're going to hold off on any kind of announcement or anything. I do have a letter from the firefighters union, so we'll follow up and we'll have something to talk about soon. But we'll go ahead and hold off anything being announced tonight. So next we have old business. Nothing under old business, so we'll move on to new business. Sarah Siders, on behalf of the Miami Nation of Indians, a request for a police escort, October 22nd, 11 a.m. And I don't see Sarah. Is there anyone else here for Miami Nation? Let me see here real quick with the request. Excuse me. Request for police escort October 22nd, starting at 11 a.m. at 80 West 6th Street at their headquarters, going down 6th Street to Miami, and then to Miami to Depot for Miami Memorial Removed March. I think we've had this in the years past too. Okay. So, do you have any comments or anything you'd like to make on that, Chief?
I don't think we've ever had any issues with it. I don't see any reason why we shouldn't continue doing it.
Okay. The Miami Nation removal was a pretty big event in our history in our town here. There's a famous painting in a museum, I believe it's in Kansas. It's actually the painting is what happened here in Peru when they removed the Miami Nation here. So quite a bit of history there to be remembered and memorialized. Is there any other, do you have any questions from the board?
Nope.
Is there anyone else, any from the public or anything? All right, do we have a motion to accept the request for police escort for the Miami Nation?
So moved.
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. The motion passes. And next we have Polly Dobbs, on behalf of the Rediscover Downtown Peru, request to place second Saturday signs in town. We were both in the meeting, Steve and I, with Rediscover Downtown Peru. Were you there?
No, I did not make that meeting.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I told them at the meeting that since I was at the meeting, I could just represent the request and pass it on to the rest of the board. Basically, they want to put those yard signs that you see for different events into the streetscapes downtown. Yeah, Tish, you got basically that, maybe a bit larger.
Like a campaign size type?
Yeah, like a campaign type, political campaign size sign. And from my understanding, they just put them into the streetscapes, and they weren't sure who owned that. I know the city maintains it, so I suggested we just take it to the Board of Works. I don't know that it even, would warrant that level of approval, but just for open door kind of policy and letting people know what's going on, I said that it'd probably be in our best interest to actually have a motion so that there is a process for people to get approval that we've established for setting in signs there.
Wouldn't they have to go to the business owner that's in front of that, where they would put it in front of it too, actually?
And that's a good question. All I know is that
Technically, that's
right.
kind of a gray area as to whose area that is, but
I know that the property owners in front, they have a duty to maintain like sidewalks, and the city does maintain the streetscapes. I believe it's all actually city-owned, but then there is a...
St. Charles Bazaar ones in there and that kind of stuff. I mean,
Right.
even downtown, the
Mhm.
cook-off ones.
Yeah.
So I just think really, just talk to the business owner.
Gotcha.
Doesn't hurt to have a resolution where you guys, hey, it's been blessed by the county.
Right.
Yeah.
Dustin, do you want to put any caveat in our motion for...
There's a city ordinance that requires it to be approved,
Right.
be approved by...
me or you,
Gotcha. Okay.
either or. That's the way it's written.
And I was gonna say, I know state statute changed this year when it came to campaign signs and whatnot, but these aren't the same, and it's not going to be.
It's written in our city ordinances, real estate signs and campaign signs don't fall with that piece. So
Right.
it would need approval.
Gotcha. So, do you want approval to come before...
You,
Okay.
that's awesome.
All right. We'll do it that way then.
I see what you did there. That was good.
Technically, you do that here.
Yeah.
Done and done.
Any other questions for the board? Are we have any?
And these are temporary signs. They were not permanent. These will just be taken in and out prior to the event, kind of like the signs that we hang up.
Right.
Usually it's the week before the event, and then as soon as the event's down, they come down.
Yeah, I feel like if we can get yelled at for there being weeds in the streetscapes, then it should be our prerogative to be able
I
to
can
put in a
sign
sign.
off, I can sign off on them if you want.
Yeah.
Whatever you want. I have a form that I can sign off on if you
Okay.
want me to do that.
I mean, I don't
honestly
see
can't
the
think of
issue with
any
it.
business owner that wouldn't want
Well, and all the
that.
businesses downtown usually participate in our second
Exactly.
Saturday event anyway, so it's just promoting it even more, so.
Right.
Any other comments or concerns from anyone, board? Any other comments from the public? All right. Do I have a motion to approve of sign placement as described?
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. And next, we have Resolution 15, 2017. Resolution 15, 2017 is a resolution to allow the City of Peru to enter into a joint agreement with Peru Municipal Facilities Corporation and the Peru Utilities Service Board to enter into agreement to purchase and sale of an easement, man, that gets wordy. Basically, the short of this is, we have a lease agreement with a telecommunications company to rent space on a water tower. Is that correct?
Yes, the water tower in the northwest corridor, which is out by the truck stop. Say technically, the Peru Municipal Facilities Corporation is still the owner of that property. The City of Peru has a lease and management agreement with the City of Peru, and Peru has one then with the utilities. So there's three parties that have to sign this, and the Facilities Corporation has already agreed to it. The utilities is one who facilitated and negotiated the terms and the bids and the proposals from the site management team, which SBA is a global conglomerate. And it's, after the negotiations and whatnot, it's the best bang for the utility.
Yeah. So, and a way for utilities to get some revenue from,
Right.
some extra revenue from that.
That,
doesn't-
and right now, as I say, we have a lease, the utilities has a lease with T-Mobile on there, and SBA buys out a lot of leases like that, and they lease them to the other T-Mobiles, the Verizon Wirelesses, and the AT&Ts, and hopefully it'll turn into better cell service in the area for us, so. Then the towers the receivers and the antennas no longer go up. I mean, they say they're about the size of a sheet of paper, and so we don't have to worry about any flight aviation issues or anything like that, so we'll be taken care of.
Gotcha. Okay. I know I've heard about this in different meetings, so I don't recall all that's been said or whatnot, so if you guys have any questions.
So I can help answer any questions. I've been working with it for a while.
Well, as long as it looks the way it's supposed to legally, it seems like
Right.
it makes sense.
That, when you see an agreement to purchase, that is to purchase our lease with, at T-Mobile. So it's not like they're purchasing any of the actual, property or the water tower, any rights. They're just purchasing a lease we already hold,
Gotcha.
so.
How long of a contract is it?
The terms with them will be for 50 years, and right now, the ones we had with, T-Mobile was for 30, and T-Mobile has 7 years to go on that, so. I mean, like I said, when we actually factor out what the utilities would generate on a year-to-year basis, they far exceeded any other offer. I think for the 50 years, $300-some thousand plus 40% of the revenues generated off of it from them leasing it to AT&T, Verizon Wirelesses,
Yeah.
T-Mobiles and whatnot.
Yeah, so part of that lease is a profit share on the use on that, so even if they start making a killer on this lease, it'll come back to the utilities and help them too.
Don't see any negatives in that.
So, all right, any questions from the public? Okay, well, Seeing none, do I have a motion to accept Resolution 15, 2017?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. And we have some official signing to do up here. Is there anything else to come before this board? And seeing none, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
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 All right, thank you, folks.